Good morning, everybody. As usual, I look pretty rough. I had a rough night last night. Before I get into last night, I'm going to give people a chance to hop on here. I'm not going to be doing makeup this morning. I'm up here at the salon, cleaning up, mopping, sweeping. I had the table still out from my party Saturday night. So I don't even know if I can get through the introduction of this without crying and getting emotional. Good morning, Lupita. Hey, Amy. Hey, Amanda. So, y'all, they tell you with Unique that you need to get personal and let people know who you are and what you're feeling. So, y'all gonna get an earful this morning. And it ain't gonna be pretty. I just gotta tell y'all. Okay, first off, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm taking my baby swimming today because I can't take much more of everyday life. So I'm going to take my babies to Northeast Park and we are going to swim. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Beth. Hey, everybody hopping in. If I don't catch your name, don't hold it against me. Hey, Linda. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Jenny. But I'm going to take my babies to Northeast Park. We're going to swim and we're going to have fun. Therefore, all I'm going to do, good morning, Judy. Good morning, Jeannie. I'm just going to put some witch hazel on my face. My face is clean. And I'm going to put some of the oil and some of the instant beauty serum just to have it clean. And I'm putting the oil so that it'll be good and moisturized because I'm going to be in the sun all day. So any of y'all that's close to me that follow my Facebook, y'all see that my sister was in a wreck last night. Well, of course that scared me to death. But little things people have been saying, and it's getting back to me, it's really got me ticked off. And I'm going to tell y'all about something that happened last night in that emergency room that very easily could have got me arrested. I tried. Now, I ain't going to lie. When I was young, I was wild as a buck. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Sherry. I was wild as a buck, and I ain't afraid to admit it. But at one time, I was an innocent, young, naive girl that had a heart of gold, that believed everybody was good. I looked for the best in people. I didn't even use the word damn. I didn't cuss. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I was a virgin. If I was bored, my daddy said, well, go play with the cows. Because we was raised on a dairy farm, and daddy felt like that'd keep you honest and it'd keep you out of trouble. And he's right for the most part, it did. Hey, baby. But in the last week, there's been a lot of things that happen right in front of my face that really just breaks my heart. One is Johnny's pops. His house gets broke into. All of his guns, all of his money. He had just cashed a $2,000 check. All of the coins and the $2 bills that Nanny had put into picture frames and stuff for her grandkids to try to leave for her babies. They broke into his house and stole all that. Well, they dropped two $100 bills in the driveway. They checked for fingerprints, but it's through a glove, so they say that won't hold up in court. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Leslie. Good morning, Kelly. So that happened. It really pisses me off. It pisses me off that you cannot have your own car in your driveway and your own stuff locked up in a safe. He had his stuff in a safe. Somebody breaks into his house, kicks his door in, uses a damn screwdriver, breaks open his damn safe, takes everything that man's been working for and everything his wife that's been dead for 2 years, worked for years and years and years saving up to leave for her grandbabies when she died. It's gone. Just because somebody felt like it was right for them to walk into his house and take everything that he works for and everything that his dead wife was saving for her grandchildren. I don't know about y'all, but it really pisses me off. And Johnny said to me, he was like, sometimes I regret how I was raised because I was raised to see the good in people. That's what we're supposed to do, y'all. We're supposed to see the good in people. But these jerks, like whoever broke into his house, makes it very hard. Well, this, what should have been just me being there for my sister last night at the hospital, about landed me in jail. Because I have a good heart. I have always had a good heart. And I still believe that there's good in people. And I told Johnny, I said, you can't think like that. I said, there are still good people in this world. And you can't just go out thinking everybody's out to get you, because that's not the case. There is still a lot of good people in this world with good hearts. Thank you, Leanne. But, okay, I had picked up Aiden from church. He was at church with Penny. And he had said the other day, he's like, Cher, we're going to have to throw a hook in the line soon. And I was like, you're right. And then I was thinking yesterday, we was at Cheyenne's birthday party. I was like, I want to go fishing. And sometimes I just do that. I get a wild hair at my butt and I want to go fishing. So he was at Puppet Ministry, Shine Ministry at church. So I went to the church and I said, since he's done with Shine Ministry, can I take him with me to go fishing? Penny was like, yeah, no problem. So we're there fishing, get a phone call. Penny's done got hit. She got hit right when she left church. She was going to pick up Bo, so she got in the turning lane to turn down on the highway. Well, a younger girl just crammed her right in the back. I don't know if she wasn't paying attention or what, but anyway, she nailed her, and it was bad. And with Penny having back injuries from the wreck before, of course, her back was hurting, and she had to go to the hospital. Well, I got there at the ambulance and found out what hospital they was going. And anyway, long story short, we get to the hospital. We're in the waiting room. You know, it's a lot of people in the waiting room, so we had to split up where we were sitting. So my daughter, my 13-year-old daughter, was sitting beside this girl in the waiting room. And so, of course, she could see her phone. Y'all, this girl is sitting there, the young girl that hit my sister, which it was her fault. And, I mean, of course, I wasn't upset that it happened. I mean, that's my sister out of a car. She wasn't doing nothing wrong. It wasn't her fault. And I was scared she done broke her back. But this girl, she was crying. She was hysterical because it was her first wreck. Her knees were all busted up because she hit Penny hard. And she's in a neck brace, and she's sitting in a wheelchair right there in front of where this other girl's sitting. This girl is videoing live on Facebook, filming people. Now, granted, I'm not judgmental, but this girl was not something very nice to look at. I mean, she wasn't ugly. I ain't talking junk, but she had pink hair, old handwritten tattoos all over her, a hat on backwards. I mean, she was a sight. But, I mean, I wouldn't have judged her until I seen her character. Because I don't judge people from the outside. I'm overweight. I got colored hair. I got tattoos. I'm not trying to judge her. My point is, she was videoing people in the waiting room and laughing at them and talking about them on live footage. Well, the freaking state trooper that was at the scene at my sister's wreck comes out there with this girl sitting in a wheelchair, all busted up, crying, neck brace, everything. Her mama's there, two other gentlemen. I don't know if it was her father or brother or friends or what, but they're all standing there around her, and he's questioning her name, her address, her insurance, all these personal questions. This heifer sitting there right there in front of her, videoing all of it, putting it on live Facebook. Now, I understand there's a time and a place to go live. I love going live and interacting with all y'all. But this woman is videoing the investigation of the wreck that my sister was just in, that could have took her life, that could have took that young girl's life. And it went all over me. And when Angelina walked over, she's like, Mama, she is on live Facebook videoing everything that officer is questioning that girl, everything that happened in Penny's wreck. Nobody told her she could video the information pertaining to my sister's wreck. Nobody, that girl sitting in that wheelchair, all broken up, all in crying and distress, she didn't tell her she could video her and put her on live for all of Facebook to see. Those sick people, sick to the point that they're in the ER trying to get help. She's videoing them and talking shit about them. Talking about what they look like, what they're wearing. And she's sitting over there looking like a hood rat. She looked like a reject herself. And she's talking about every person that walks by her. I'm just like, what in the hell is wrong with people? So, it went all over me, and anybody who knows me knows I have a bad temper. I know I have a business in Reedsville to run. I know I have a reputation to withstand. But that's my sister that just got into a wreck, that could have died. That girl that really was the one I was defending, I didn't know from Adam. Matter of fact, she was the one who caused the wreck. But accidents happen. I walked up and I was like, officer, is this supposed to be live footage? Is it okay that this investigation that you're doing is being aired on Facebook Live? And he said, it's okay that I interview her in this room. I said, I'm not talking about being in here. I'm talking about she's videoing it. And I pointed at her and I was standing right beside her. I said, she's videoing it on live Facebook. So he takes the woman, he looked at her and said, this doesn't need to be live. She said, I'm videoing myself. No, she wasn't. My daughter was just sitting beside her watching her video it. So he takes them outside. I go back to my seat. As soon as that officer goes outside, she looks at me and she goes, do you pay this effing phone bill? Does this phone belong to you? It ain't none of your damn business what I'm doing with this phone. Hollering at me across the waiting room. I said, I don't care if I pay your phone bill or not. That is my sister laying back there, and that is my sister's wreck that he is investigating right there in front of you. And my daughter was, she said, you want to sit beside me so you can see what I'm doing? I said, my daughter was sitting beside you, and she's seen what you was doing. And she's seen that you was talking junk about everybody in here. And she's seen that you're putting on live Facebook that poor girl's wreck in her investigation. That's not your right. And she's like, this is my mother phone, and I pay the bill on this phone, boo. I said, and I don't care, boo. That's my sister laid up back there, and her record's being investigated that you're videoing, that you don't have consent to video. So, of course, the security guard comes out there, tells us that we have to quiet down, and told her that, well, she's just concerned for her sister and you can't be videoing live. And she turns her phone around because, of course, she switched the damn camera from being viewing outside to viewing herself. She said, I'm videoing myself. And she told that security guard, she said, this is my phone. Can't nobody tell me what I can do with my phone. I got news for that bitch. I will show her what she can do with that phone. Now, I'm telling you, there's two things about Sherry Nava Bradley that you don't mess with, and her family's one of them. And for her to be videoing that girl that's sitting there with bloody knees in a neck brace, crying her eyes out, while she's trying to answer a cop in a damn emergency room, it boiled my blood. It boiled my blood. I'm telling you what. I can't even talk because I'm so pissed off about it. I'm still pissed off about it the next day. And my mama was like, she was sitting beside me and she was like, Sherry. And I know I'm supposed to be grown and I'm supposed to be setting an example for my kids. But if that makes me a bad person, then damn it, I'm just going to have to be a bad person. Because I want my kids to know that you don't let people like that run over you. You don't let people like that sit around and laugh and mock and video people without their consent. That's not okay. And to talk junk about people that's walking by in an emergency room when they're sick, what kind of person is that? I'm starting to understand what my husband's saying. Is there any good people out there? Is there people with some common sense that's not going to talk trash about somebody just because the way they look? Wasn't nobody in that hospital room judging her. Nobody had said a word to her. Nobody had bothered her. But she's going to sit over there in the corner and put them on live Facebook, live footage, and laugh and talk junk about them, and then video somebody's freaking investigation concerning a wreck. Seeing the condition that girl was in. I mean, she was pitiful, y'all. And yeah, I was pissed off at her. She just hit my sister that had already been in a wreck and could have killed her. But, I mean, everybody makes mistakes. I'm reading y'all's comments. And, I mean, I might offend people. I might not. I don't know. And I'm to the point, I don't care. I don't care who gets pissed off. I don't care who I offend. I would never purposely hurt somebody's feelings. I would never set out to degrade somebody or offend somebody. But when it comes to my family, I'll tell you exactly what I think. And I think anybody that's going to sit in an emergency room where people go when they're vulnerable or they're hurt or they got a family member. You know how many times I've been at Annie Penn emergency room, waiting room, and they come out and told me that my sister was dead and my cousin was dead, and I fell to my knees crying, and then you got bitches like that sitting there videoing them laughing about it. She don't know what them people was in that waiting room for. She don't know if they was up there waiting to find out if their daughter, sister, mother was going to live or die. Look at all the people that is heartbroken, and the parents is going to have to bury a son that a tree fell on just by innocent working. I mean, I'm just like, wake up, people. Treat people with some decency. Now, I mean, does people like her not even stop and think that they're talking about somebody's loved one or what they might be going through? I swear, y'all, I wanted to take that phone and ram it square up her ass. I was pissed. I mean, I was pissed in the end. My blood was boiling. If that girl would have said, well, we can take this outside, I'd been like, we certainly can, and that would have been terrible to do in front of my kids. But I'm telling you, she had me so mad. I mean, whoo, I can't even tell you how mad I was. Okay, so I'm just trying to stop and think, God, help me still have faith that there's good people out here. Help me see the good in people and not the bad. Help me to set an example that my kids can be proud of. I mean, different people's been saying that I'm getting obsessed with Unique. Different people have said, well, I feel like she's putting makeup before the salon. Different people have said, you're crazy. What are you doing, trying to be a celebrity? No, I ain't trying to be a celebrity, people. I ain't trying to be obsessed with makeup. I'm trying to let other people see what Unique has done for me. Because I've been that person suffering with depression before. I've been that person who felt like I was not worthy. I've been that person that had friends stab you in the back. And since I joined Unique, I pick and cut up with other women. I pick and cut up with all of y'all. I interact with positive people. There is so much negative in this world, just like what happened at the ER last night. I don't want that negativity in my life. I want to surround myself with... You're right, Angela. The golden rule isn't taught anymore. When I was in school, every day they had it posted real big on the wall. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And evidently, God and the Bible and the golden rule and everything good has been thrown out of the school system. And that's why we got people shooting them up. Because ain't nobody getting taught decency anymore. And I don't mean going to college and having big money and being a doctor or a lawyer. I'm talking about just good old-fashioned decency. We're supposed to teach our kids to love each other and help for each other and everything. And nobody's getting taught that anymore. I'm reading what you put, Devin. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, judgmental people judging people for things that they cannot control. And when I knew she was putting that live on Facebook, I was like, what in the hell does this girl think she's doing? Who does she think she is? It made me so mad. But if anybody looks at what Unique is representing, they will see why I wanted to be a part of it. If anybody joined the team and seen the positive feedback the women and the Y sisters give you, the money and the makeup is just a bonus. It's the psychological and emotional things that I want to be a part of. Somebody said, what happened? I missed it. Jessica. A stupid girl in the ER last night was live feeding video of my sister's investigation and was videoing people. Every person that walked by her, she was videoing them laughing, talking junk about the way they looked or their size or all this other stuff. And it lit a fire under my ass. I'm so pissed about it. I can't even explain how mad I am about it. Because it was just wrong. I mean, all these people in there hurt, and one girl was in there that had been beat. Her mouth was swollen and everything was bruised and black. And of course, she had jokes for that. She thought it was funny. That might have been the worst day of that woman's life, but she's got jokes about it on Facebook Live without her consent. It is pathetic. It is pathetic that a person would lower their... I don't understand how people get laughter and joy out of another person's pain. I don't understand it. And for the people that's telling me, I think you're obsessed with Unique. You know how many times in my life in the past that I was obsessed with a sorry-ass man? I thank God I got a good man now, and my husband is good to me and builds me up. But there's been a lot of times that I was obsessed with things that was not healthy for me in my life. I will be praying for you, Beth. But there's been a lot of times I've been on drugs way back in the day, but I've suffered with drug addiction. I was obsessed with my next high. And I've got to where I was so low and depressed that it's like that's all I could feel myself with was depression, negative. If I'm obsessed with some freaking makeup, then I'm doing all right. At least I'm not obsessed with a man that's going to treat me bad, or drugs that's going to tear me down and kill me and put me in an early grave, or I'm not obsessed with a bar like I was at one time. When I was young, every Friday and Saturday night I was in a bar. You couldn't find Sherry unless it was in a club. Not really a bar, but a dance. I've always loved to dance. And I went to the bar every Friday, every Saturday. Nothing come before that club. Nothing. I was going to be in that club and I was going to have my good time. And I was obsessed with that club. And I'm like, really? Y'all going to talk junk about me because I'm obsessed about some freaking makeup that I have fun doing and that is bringing positivity in my life? I'm just like, whatever. The moral to the story is, people going to talk. People's going to put you down. They're going to try to pull you down. If they see you succeeding, if they see other people watching your videos and sharing your videos and liking what you got to say, they going to talk junk about you. And there's always going to be some pink-haired witch that's going to be laughing at your pain. Just like that girl was in the ER last night. And it takes a sorry person to do that. I'm sorry. I don't care who's her family. I don't care who. They don't like what I got to say. They need to have a talk with her because she's the one with the problem. Anybody that's going to laugh about people that's vulnerable in the ER and video them on live footage and talk shit about them and laugh at them like they're a piece of garbage, she needs to come to Jesus meeting. And I'm here to tell you, if she had I'm telling y'all, it about got real ugly in that ER last night. I'm not kidding. Because she had my blood boiling. And I'm not saying, I don't want nobody to take me wrong when I say that clubbing, I was obsessed with clubbing. I'm not judging anybody who loves the club. A lot of people love the club. I love the club. And I'll still go out. Me and my husband will still go out once in a while and dance and have fun. But it doesn't consume me now like it did at one time. And the only thing that really consumes me now are my kids. I want to make sure my kids are okay. And I do stop and think about what I'm doing out of respect for my kids. But my temper, I'm telling y'all, my temper is one of my demons. Everybody has their demons they have to fight. Thank you, Angela. Evidently not, Jessica, because I stood there and told the state trooper. I stood right there and asked that state trooper, I said, is it okay for this investigation to be broadcast live on Facebook? That's because she's sitting right here videoing everything y'all say and putting it on live footage. And all he did was walk out of he took the people, he told her not to video it, and then he took them out in the parking lot to finish the investigation and what he was talking to them about. But I was not okay with her sitting there videoing that. I mean, that girl was pitiful. She already had a bad night, and that girl was just adding fuel to the fire. I mean, I'm like, what is wrong with people? How are you going to laugh and get joy out of somebody else just wrecked their car, is got knees busted all to pieces, and I know that poor girl's going to have trouble in the future because I wrecked so many cars when I was young. But it's just the point. If y'all would have heard what she was saying and things she was doing, she was laughing at every person that walked by. And I mean, it was elderly people in there. Who's going to laugh at an elderly person that comes to the ER because they need help? What kind of person does that? I just feel like saying, what kind of freaking heart do you have, girl? Do you not have no raisins? Do you not have no common decency? Has nobody ever showed you in the Bible that you're not supposed to judge people? I mean, come on. Common sense tells you not to talk trash about somebody that's in the ER trying to get help. You're right, Cheryl. Young people don't have any respect, and it makes me sick. It makes me sick. My kids, if I die tomorrow, one thing my kids can say is my mama stood up for what she believed in. I might not always be right, and I might say too much, but at least I stand true to my heart, because I watched my sister get picked on just like that bitch in that ER was doing, videoing people, laughing at them, making fun of them, and she killed herself at 18. That was 22 years ago, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss her. So when it comes to my family or bullying or treating people like dirt, you damn right I'm going to stand up for them. If I end up getting arrested for being publicly too loud, or if I offend some people, then I'm sorry, but right is right and wrong is wrong, and you're not going to belittle somebody, especially elderly people and people that was just in a wreck and people that had been beaten, their face was swollen, going to laugh at them, put them on video. That shit ain't okay with Sherry. I'm sorry, it's not. And other people can walk by and say, oh, I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want to draw attention. Somebody doing some sorry stuff like that needs attention brought to them, because that was not right. And all I could think was, people like you is why people like my sister ends up killing herself, because they can't handle somebody laughing at their pain every day. I'm just saying, y'all, I got my own demons. I'm not perfect. I do wrong. But I tell you one thing, if I'm ever being judgmental, then I will damn sure apologize, because I never want to hurt somebody or belittle somebody or make them feel less worthy. I want to build people up. That's why I got in. Even before all that happened with Angie, I always wanted to make people prettier and do their hair and make them feel. The girl that was doing the video, I don't know why she was there. She obviously wasn't that injured. She was there to be seen. I think she was just trying to get a doctor's note myself, because she wasn't hurt. She wasn't in any pain. She was sitting there having her damn party on Facebook, making fun of everybody else. I don't know what she was there being seen for, but she wasn't young. She was definitely old enough to know better. I'd say she was probably in her 30s. If I had to guess, she's probably in her 30s. But I guess she thought she was going to snap on me and I was going to take it. She came across the wrong one, because Sherry ain't going to take it. If I think something ain't right, and if I think it's really wrong, I'm going to let you know. And that shit was not right. It had me boiling. And then, like I said, I try my best not to judge people. I love everybody. I know what it's like to fight demons. And I mean a lot of them. And so when people try to tell me that I'm getting addicted to Unique, or I'm getting obsessed with it, it's better than the stuff that I've been addicted and obsessed with in the past, I assure you. So if trying to find things to have fun, y'all, I'm trying to put this on my eyes, because I've been crying a lot this morning and I look kind of rough. So I'm put this instant lifting serum around my eyes. It's just so much has happened last week, with Pop's house getting broke into, and the stuff that Nanny was saving for her kids getting stolen. I mean, this stuff's irreplaceable, y'all. And Penny getting in that wreck and losing her car again, and that stupid heifer video and everything, talking junk about people. I'm just overwhelmed with heartache and rage all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, God, what is wrong with people? It just makes you wonder, is there any good anymore? Which I know there is, and I try to tell, I tell Johnny, you still got to find the right. The good in people and the positive in people. And then every time you turn around, getting slapped in the face with some idiot doing wrong. And it makes it hard to keep the faith. It makes it hard to still trust people. It makes it hard to believe that there's good out there, but I know it is. Like when Penny had her wreck in 2012, I didn't know what I was going to do, y'all. I could not bring her home from Baptist without, I think so too, Sherry. I honestly do. And that's what hurts even worse. And he thinks it is too. But that's what hurts him even worse, is because he thinks it's somebody he knew. It's heartbreaking, y'all. I'm telling you, it's heartbreaking. But I didn't mean to be ugly on my video this morning, but I just had to let y'all know. You too, Angela. I'm about to run too. I'm going to finish mopping this floor, and I'm going to take my babies northeast, and we're going to swim and have fun in the sun. I just wanted to let y'all know. They say to let people know what's going on. No, God don't like ugly, and I believe in karma too, Cheryl. And, I mean, evidently whoever broke into Pop's house needed it worse than him, but it's just the point of it. I mean, that's his home. That's his stuff. I mean, people ought to keep their asses out of people's other houses. It just makes me mad. But to be honest, that girl in that freaking waiting room made me madder than the person who robbed from Pops. Because at least he had a motive. I mean, it was dirty and rotten, but whoever broke in there needed some money, apparently. This girl, she's doing it for a laugh. I'm going, Johnny. Johnny fussing at me, telling me to go swimming. I'm going swimming. I got to finish mopping this floor. I ain't doing makeup. I told them when I first come on here, Jessica, all I did, I'm going swimming, so I put this Uplift Beauty Serum. It's the oil, since I'm going to be in the sun. I put that on there so my face will be good and moisturized. And I put this instant serum around my eyes. That's all I'm doing. That's it. I'm just putting witch hazel on me now. Exactly, Jody. God, they get on my nerves. But anyway, that's my rant for today. I'm going to go have fun in the sun with my babies. Y'all pray for me that I will just let go of all this negative energy. I can't even talk. I'm telling you, my nerves throw up. But I'm going to let it all go. I'm going to give it to God. And I'm going to pray that my kids learn something from these little incidences that they see. Thank y'all. I love y'all too. Anybody who want to join me, I'm going Northeast Park. I'm going to swim with the public. I love you too, Jessica. Thank you, Sherry. Y'all have a wonderful day. I love y'all. For real, for real. I love y'all. I love good, decent people like y'all instead of people like that girl in that waiting room telling you, ooh, she made me mad. I love y'all. Bye.